different. Can we meet up somewhere else where it's a little bit more peaceful? Oh, hey. There you are. How you doing? Greetings, LMS Tactical here. And this is going to be a little bit of a different trip we go on this video. We'll talk about tactics. It's really what we talk about here most of the time, but we're going to talk about mental tactics. Tactics to get you through life. And these are arguably the most important tactics that a person can have. You know, walking through these woods every day gives a man plenty of time to think. And there's probably not a subject in the name of humanity that I haven't pondered in these very woods right here, walking around here in this beautiful setting. You know, in the absence of gunfire and police sirens and such, really clears the mind. Man, I tell you, like my father said a long time ago, make the time to spend some alone time in a quiet place. Clear your mind, and you'd be amazed at some of the things that come to your mind. So what kind of tactics am I talking about? This is going to be more of a philosophical discussion, because life, as I've alluded to before, is really a battle. You know, and that's why I find that a lot of the tactics I learned in the military and in law enforcement have really come to save my life in some of the everyday non-kinetic battles. You know, be it a divorce, financial problems, loss of a job, physical challenges, injuries. It's always a battle. You know, from the minute you open your eyes. And when we harken back to the days of bicameral man, back in the days of the cavemen, they had a very tough life, but on the one hand, on the other, they had a very simple life in that their battles were pretty cut and dry. Theirs was the battle to survive, to eat. Everything, no matter what you're dealing with, always comes down to eating. Eating and drinking, sustenance, you know, to ensure that you can go on with your life. And in many ways, that battle, that challenge, Charlie, come on, let's go this way. Charlie, my dog's got an injured paw today, a big welt or something. It's scaring the shit out of me. I got to take him to the vet after this. I don't think getting in the water is a good idea. Really? He's looking at me with this hat. You really want to go swimming? Look at him. Charlie, can we go this way? Look at him. Look at him resist. You want to go in the water? All right, hang on. See, I give up, man. I can't resist his face, but I just don't think he should get all wet before he goes to the vet. I don't know what the hell that thing is, but it's scaring the crap out of me. I always think it's cancer. Looks like a giant blood blister or something. Hopefully he just got a thorn in his paw or something. You know what all this foam is? Hopefully that's not some radiation or some shit. When once the bellies were full and humans began to have some free time. I sit around the fire and actually not have to be in a constant state of hunting and gathering. They started thinking, and then that's how all the religions and everything else came about. And then the inevitable conflicts that we still experience today. My God's better than your God, you know, whatever. So now we fast forward to 2013, where we are right now. And I just wanted to take pause and just maybe put some things in perspective. No direction, nothing planned, just letting it flow. And I hope that maybe you'll get something out of it. And if all you get out of it is the importance of thinking and slowing down and really thinking about some things, then my mission will have been accomplished. So on that note, I want you to just take a look around here for a second. Now, you've seen this before. The beauty, the tranquility, the train in the distance, the birds flying above. I don't know if you can see them. I don't know if you can see those. And I want you to realize that at this very moment, right now, as I'm speaking these words and I'm watching this beautiful scene play out in front of me, somebody's fighting for their life within 100 miles of here. Rest assured, there's no doubt about it. Somebody, somewhere in the world, is struggling at this very second. I'm hearing the train whistle. I'm crunching through these leaves. Some fisherman somewhere off the coast of Madagascar, or maybe off of the coast of Vietnam, his boat has capsized. He's got a family that expects him home, but he won't be coming home. And right now, at this very second, as I stand here making this video, he's wondering how long he can tread water. His lips are swollen from the salt water. He's getting sick to his stomach from the salt water that he's ingested. And he realizes that there's no land in sight. He's gone out far. And he's struggling at this very second as I say these words. He's coming to grips with his reality. And that reality is that this is the last day on the planet for him. And somewhere else, maybe bring it more up to speed, somewhere in Afghanistan. Some American GI or Marine is getting ready to go out on some low-key operation. Maybe go out and meet with a village elder they've met with many times before. He's due to rotate out of there soon. But he won't be coming back from this one because there's an IED waiting for him. Somebody that's with him will be coming back, but will never be the same. None of them will. Some will be disfigured for life. All will be scarred for life. Those that live. There's countless people in doctors' offices all throughout the Western world right now. And some of them are getting the words that they've dreaded, that you dread, that I dread, that the test came back positive. Maybe they only have a few weeks to live, maybe they have a few months to live, but they've got the big C word, they've got cancer. Somebody's being diagnosed with breast cancer right now. Somebody's being murdered this very second, no doubt about it. Somewhere somebody's getting beheaded simply because of their beliefs. And they're kneeling down right now and they know that the painful, bloody end is coming moments away. They don't know, nor would they care, that somewhere on the other side of the world there's some fat dude making a video for YouTube. Or somebody sitting in front of a computer watching this video. Because that's their reality. That's what's happening right now. I mean, I know it sounds tragic and dramatic, but think about it, it's true. The rapes, the murders, all of that's happening right now. Somebody's molesting their own child, and that child's going to grow up and be completely fucked up for the rest of her life. Suicides that are taking place right this second. Or perhaps even one of you is contemplating suicide. Statistically, somebody watching this video will commit suicide because I have a lot of veterans on this page, on this channel. Certainly somebody's lost their job, lost the love of their life, going through divorce, challenges, lost a loved one, a tragic accident. And so, really not a question, I guess the subject to think about is what sorts of tactics can we employ as people, as human beings, as fragile human beings, to survive these, as I like to refer to them as seasons in our lives, seasons that change from one comfortable period to a dark period, a darkness that may seem like it'll never end, but sure enough, I've had it proven to me over and over again that no matter how dark the season is, it always clears up, and there's always happiness if you just tough it out, if you just keep fighting, just fighting and breathing. And I guess my real mission here today, what is that on Charlie's ear, I feel? I guess the mission today is to sort of let you know that, in between hating Obama and battling with the liberals and prepping, I think it's very, very, very important that you, the people that follow me on this channel, realize that those things are just very small segments of my day, that I don't lay around hating the president. I don't spend every day, preparing for the end of the world, because like I said, all those people that I just gave you in those scenarios, their end of the world is today. It's happening right now. The guy that's drowning out there because his fishing boat sunk, it's the end of the world for him. Somebody driving home from work right now that's not going to make it because they're going to get in a fatal car accident, that'll be their end of the world. So I guess the key is to balance everything out with moments of happiness. Be very selfish with your happiness. You want to get and grab onto smiles and things that make you happy. If you have to step away from your pending divorce or your job loss and go to, you're sitting there thinking, how am I going to survive? How am I going to survive? I can guarantee you that until you die, you'll survive. You always will survive up until the moment of death. That's a fact. So understand that, the deeper meaning of that, and stand up and walk away from the bills and the repossession letter and the foreclosure notice. Step outside of it and get yourself, if you got to walk or take a bus, get to a nice beautiful park. I don't care where you're at. If you're in New York, hit Central Park. Go somewhere, to a garden, some place where you can stand around some sort of natural beauty and come to grips with the reality that life will never be stagnant, because we're always dying. From the minute we're born, the minute we take our first breath, the clock ticks, and we're always ticking closer and closer to that last breath. And so we need to get as much out of this life and be very, very hungry for happiness. And don't allow the sadness to convince you that there's more dark than light. Darkness is an absolute must, or the light would have no effect. So, is this a pep talk? I didn't mean it to be a pep talk. I don't mean it to be a downer or an upper. It is what it is. I want to make sure that my friends on YouTube and my friends in the real world, not that you aren't real people, but I mean the people that connect with me literally, that we stop from time to time and take stock of the reality of whatever situation we're in. And we remember, it's very important sometimes to think about some of the things that other people are going through and have gone through, because it puts things in perspective. This is a beautiful life, but like all things that are beautiful, there's always flaws and darkness. And the goal should be to make those dark moments as short-lived as possible, realistically. And don't give in. Don't give in to temptations of suicide and drowning the reality with drugs or alcohol. Face it head on and accept it. And understand that if you're losing your home today because of foreclosure, that soon you'll be living somewhere else. And if you just let life take its course, you'll have new opportunities to meet new people, whether it's your new neighbors or the old guy at the corner grocery store who ends up bringing a smile to your face. That's invaluable. You can't put a price on that. And think of what you'll have to give. And like I said in my last video, if you find yourself very depressed, regardless of what the cause is, trust me on this. Go volunteer some time at a homeless shelter, or get trained up and do suicide prevention. That, in a way that I'm not fully able to understand or articulate, is medicine for the soul. When you're giving and helping, and when you can reach out and help when you're in desperate need, man, that just builds your spirit up, and it makes you a better human being. That's pretty much it. As we approach these Christmas holidays, I hope that you find more reasons to smile than frown, and don't accept anything less. This is your life. You're driving it. There are outside influences, but you can definitely control how you react to them. LMS Tactical out.